So today, guys, I want to take a look at this flashlight that I bought recently off of Amazon. And it is a UV flashlight with both 365 and 395 nanometer LEDs by HSXMN. Now I paid $19.99, and it does not come with the required AAA batteries, and you need 3 of those. Now, do not look directly at UV light or put this flashlight close to skin, as it can cause damage to human tissue. Also, keep this away from children who may not know the damage that this flashlight can cause, and even an adult if someone else is using it. Make sure they understand the cautions required when using this. And a little bit of background information. True UV light begins at 400 nanometers and below, going to shorter wavelengths. Both 365 and 395 nanometer options are within the UVA wavelength range. 395 nanometer LEDs emit a pronounced violet colored light. 365 nanometer LEDs emit a dull bluish white light. Both types emit in the UVA wavelength range and are generally capable of producing blacklight or curing effects. 365 nanometer UV lights have the advantage of not emitting violet light. Many objects will fluoresce strongest at 365 nanometers and may be better suited for applications where stronger fluorescent effects are desired. UV lights are also used to sterilize medical instruments and other items. So let's see what's included when you buy this. You'll get a little pamphlet, which is the user manual. You also get something thanking you for purchasing the product. You get this battery sleeve adapter, which we'll talk about later. And then obviously you get the UV flashlight itself. I gotta say, this is a well-constructed unit. Very nice. Your switch is in the tail cap. It does have an extendable, zoomable lens on it. It's got a clip for putting in your pocket. The material that's made out of is aircraft grade aluminum alloy body. And as stated earlier, this comes with 2 UV LEDs, one at the 365 nanometer wavelength, the other at 395 nanometers wavelength. And with the zoomable lens, it allows for 30 to 60 feet of travel for the light beam. The LED lifespan is rated at 10,000 hours. This has an IPX4 rating, which is splashing water. The weight is 3.5 ounces. As to the physical size, closed it is 5 3/16 inches. Opened it is 5 5/8 inches extended, with a major diameter at the front of 1 5/16 inch. Now let's look at the power supply. So to take the batteries out, we have to take the tail stock off, the tail piece here, and you can see it does have an O-ring. Okay, and then of course this is your on and off button here. And as I stated earlier, it does not come with batteries, but it does come with the battery holder, which goes in as you see here. Very simple to put the batteries in, just always the negative always goes towards the spring. Anyways, and so there's that. Now, they also offer, as I said earlier, they have this battery adapter. I had never heard of this battery before, but the battery that they're talking about is a 18650. And so what happens is this sleeve goes in here, which takes up the space, so the 18650 battery doesn't have a whole lot of slop. Put that in there. Put the 18650 battery in there, and that allows you to convert to that. Now, that battery, I did a little research not knowing what it was, and in case you're not sure what it is, that they are a rechargeable lithium ion battery. And so I'm not going to use it, but it's nice to know that should I want to go to that, it's a nice option. Two things I was not able to find specs for. It doesn't give how many watts this flashlight runs at. Also, not given is the LED's efficiency. Okay, if we're looking at the flashlight with the markings here, because if you rotate it, there are no other markings. So if you look at it from here, and then you bring it around to the front, the top illuminated LED that you see there is going to be the 365 nanometer LED. And then if we rotate it around and we go again now and take a look at it, we now have the bottom LED illuminated, and that one is the 395 nanometer LED. Now, a nice thing about this flashlight is once you turn it on, because right now we're at 395 nanometers, you don't have to shut it off to get to the 365 nanometer. Just slightly push it in, and now you're at the 365 nanometers. Another slight push in, get you back to the 395. So I like that. Now obviously when you're done you can shut it off. $395, slight push in, 365. I like that feature. So here you see some UV dye that I put onto this piece of paper, and then you'll see the dew shield of my telescope, which is a different shade of white than the paper, which is printing paper. And so right now you're looking at the light that is a UV 365 nanometers. Here we see the UV 395 nanometer. .365 nanometers, 395 nanometers. And here we see the same setup with the lights on. So with the lights on, right now we are looking at the UV 365 nanometer LED. Here we have the UV 395 nanometer LED. 365 nanometers. 395 nanometers. Here you see the UV dye that I used that I put on the paper. Alright, so here we are at 365 nanometers, and I put some of that dye on my finger. So here you can see, if you were putting this into any kind of a fluid in a vehicle, and you wanted to use this light anywhere that this oil was leaking or liquid out of an engine, you would see this fluid and you would know where the leak was coming from. Here we have it at 395 nanometers. .365, .395. So what are my thoughts? I think this is an excellent UV flashlight, and that has the multiple wavelengths, and it's well constructed, and the price is just right. I would highly recommend it.